hello to all the viewers of this video. At Open Spaces Consulting, we continue our effort to bring high-end, subject-specific, enlightening discussions with experts from all professional walks of life. Our subject matter is always contemporary, and I record these discussions for the world at large and also to augment my own training and educational activity. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing everything. Today, we discuss how it impacts the world of education, training management, and development of content for learning and development. How AI is changing instructional design by enabling a more personalized, adaptive, data-driven learning experience. AI tools can analyze learner behavior, predict learning paths, and recommend tailored content in real time. This empowers instructional designers to create dynamic modules that adjust to individual learner needs, boosting your engagement and retention. Chatbots and virtual tutors enhance learner support while automating streamlined content creation and assessment. AI also brings insights through analytics, allowing continuous improvement of training programs. And as the technology evolves, instructional designer must embrace AI not just as a replacement, but as a powerful partner in crafting smarter and more effective learning journeys. Hi, I'm Dr. Aneeta Madhok, Managing Director of Open Spaces Consulting, coaching psychologist, and integrative nutrition health coach. Today, I am in discussion with Ankita Jiyani Mangtani, who is an established author and a seasoned instructional designer specializing in engaging e-learning courses for diverse audiences, from K-12 students to corporate professionals, and with expertise in gamification, micro-learning, and scenario-based learning, she creates interactive, pedagogically sound programs. She holds a diploma in instructional designs and combines theoretical knowledge with practical experiences. Ankita is particularly passionate about integrating AI tools to enhance learning experiences and personalize education. This positions her as a forward-thinking thought leader in the e-learning industry. Ankita has authored a best-selling book called Instructional Design Unleashed, which is a go-to book for many instructional designers who want to make a career break. So hi Ankita, welcome to Open Spaces Consulting subject matter expert discussions. I just wanted to share with you that, a person like myself, I've been an instructor, teacher, and trainer for so many decades now. And even before there were computers and internet, and there was only a chalk and a blackboard, and definitely AI was not on the horizon. Early on in my professional life, I understood that creating effective, engaging, and efficient learning experiences requires a design thinking, even when the word design thinking didn't happen, and also requires a creative, out-of-the-box approach, process that begins with understanding learning needs, defining learning objectives, designing content and assessments. Today, the world of instruction design gives us the models and the concepts that could support our success in the delivery of high impact and learner-centric education experience. Now, you are an expert who began her journey in instruction design with the advantages that technology can offer us. So, is artificial intelligence changing the process of instruction design fundamentally, or is it still an enabler of and that the fundamentals have not changed?
Okay, so this is really a fascinating question for me, and the field is actually seeing lots of changes right now because of the evolution of AI. And I would rather say, it is a kind of an enabler for us. The fundamentals will still remain same for instructional design. So let's say if you are going to create a course, then you would follow all the things like creating learning objectives and the process that you have described. It's just that AI will help us to create those courses or those things in a faster or efficient way. But the fundamental principle will always stay the same. So I would say, I will share a story with you.
Yeah.
So I was working with a client, and they were actually convinced that AI can actually help them to, modernize or revamp their whole course. They were not sure about the thing that their courses are working or not. So first of all, you need to know that your courses are working or not, and then you can use AI to modernize or revamp it. So when we dug deeper into these analysis, and we found out that the course was the initial courses were not designed as per the learner needs. So they were just like a content dump, and they have been modernized into something new using AI. But the retention rates and all these dropout rates were actually increasing. So you need to have the fundamentals clear about the thing, like what is the course going to do, what is the gaps, and where do you need to fit that particular thing in, combining all these things. And we can use AI to accelerate our design process, but not to change the entire workflow of instructional design.
So, what is the one area? Is it content development? Is it writing of learning objectives? Is it doing the needs analysis? What is the core area where maximum changes have seen as a result of artificial intelligence?
Basically content creation, because you can create lots of content in no time. You can deliver maximum, like if there is just a content dump, if you want to create a generic course and you do not need to brainstorm on that particular thing so much, then you can go for AI. It will create a nice decent course for you. So
So,
content creation is.
so what are some of the real world examples, concrete ones, where AI has enhanced learning outcomes and made us a significant difference?
At top of my mind right now, there is an app which is Duolingo's. I think you have heard this name. So this is basically a language learning app. And now what they have done is, like they have incorporated AI to personalize the language learning task for each users, and they have actually created a kind of adaptive system that will adapt based on the learner performance. If they are stucking somewhere, if they are not able to get something from the vocabulary or the conjugation of different languages, so the AI system actually will help them to adapt the content as per their performance and as per their needs. So these systems actually prove that there is a retention, like they have we have found out that 34% increase in the retention rates after applying this thing into the Duolingo's app. So this is one example that I would say. And there is one more example at Stanford Medical University. So they have implemented a kind of AI based simulator. So what that simulator will do, like there is something that is not given in the textbooks. Okay, so medical students will go by the textbooks, but when it comes to the real life, there are so many patients, there are so many things that that is not given in the textbooks. So this AI simulator will actually simulate some scenarios based on the real life data or real life instances, and then it will provide the students, it will be provided to the students to analyze the scenario and apply the medical intervention as needed, which actually were not given in the textbook. Let's say, for example, if there is someone with the let's say does someone have diabetes and they are actually scared of injections, they
Yeah.
are not not very like easy going with the injection. So these kind of simulations or these kind of scenarios the simulator will provide to the students, and these are not given in the textbooks, right? So in this case, what this person will do, what the student will do, so this is how AI can help you. So yeah, these are two examples. Yeah.
Even recently, I was in the USA last year, and I found in the business schools they're now using what is called learning labs and
Yeah.
simulated experiences, and
Hmm.
all those are helping to enhance the learning significantly. So, according to me, I just the other day, I was watching a BBC News report on how teachers in the primary and secondary education in the United Kingdom are now being legally permitted to use AI for assessment of students. So no
Okay.
longer the old pen and paper exams and having to go through tons and tons of mark sheets and grade sheets for students. They're using AI to assess and evaluate how the student has performed in an exam also. And there are
Okay.
many examples of many universities permitting or legally allowing students to use AI in their project reports and in their submissions and in their learning process and their content creation process. Somehow this feels a little Some of it feels right, some of it feels not so right, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure it has got its own challenges. So, how do you see teachers, trainers, instruction designers, and the entire educational system evolving in the AI driven ecosystem? Any major trends can you tell from your experience?
Okay, so as per my experience, so we are actually seeing multiple kinds of shift in this domain. So first is the epistemological shift, is where how we understand assessment itself. So it's not just about marking right or wrong answers, right? It's about the process of let's say if someone has written something in their paper, so there is some understanding for that student who has written anything in their paper. Or we can use AI automatic grading systems for, let's say MCQ questions very easily. But when it comes to a context driven thing or, something kind of subjective questions, so then we might need to train the AI into that manner, like into as per the correct answers and the context and the logical sequence, what it should be and what it not should be. So these are something that we are seeing that it can analyze and process and can detect what psychologists call productive failure, basically. And these are the moments when students will struggle in a ways that actually deepen their understanding. It's just let's say if I am a teacher and I am telling the student, like, why is this particular answer is wrong, so there is a kind of interaction happening with me and the student. So in this case, that if AI is marking it, so AI won't be able to tell that why the particular thing is wrong, because it's not trained in that way, it's not trained in that manner. So yeah, this is the first kind of shift that we are seeing here. And another kind of transformation that we are seeing is that we are not just changing the individual classrooms. Actually, we are creating intelligent accountability systems that can balance the standardization with personalization. And lastly, I would say the sophistication or balancing, like how do we balance this entire thing. So the sophistication lies not in the technology that we are just integrating into it. So the most successful implementations that I am seeking is, like, how can AI replace the teachers instead? Like, how do we orchestrate the learning ecosystem in a way that can leverage both human wisdom and artificial intelligence together?
So, normal students of instruction design today, they use some chat GPT here and there and a couple of other things also. Uh, but what are the specific skills you think they should adopt to leverage AI in their practice?
That's a really very good question. So I would say, first, prompt engineering, because if you do not know how to, prompt, how to give a prompt or how to frame a prompt in a way that, you can get the desired output from ChatGPT or any other AI tool. So first is prompt engineering always. Then second, I would say, like, how you can leverage this AI or generative AI tool to analyze the data for learning analytics, for need analysis, and all these things. And I would say, a human collaboration with AI is very, useful. You just do not, rely on AI only.
Just before we close, we're running out of time. My favorite question is always about ethics.
Yeah.
So, lots of questions which are coming up every day on the use of AI. And
Mm,
when we talk about instructional design, what are some of the ethical fringes of this new, exciting, and unknown trend? And how
mhm,
do you think these are going to get resolved? Is regulation the answer, or
mhm.
how do you think it's going to be resolved? The ethical question.
Okay, so basically, it is very unknown right now. Okay, and we are literally writing each and everything as we go. Like, we are writing the playbook or the ethical standards as we go. Let's say if I have encountered any problem or any bias during the research using ChatGPT or any other tool, so I am just writing or noticing all these trends as we are going about it. Okay, but this is a kind of an invisible problem that actually scares me, because AI bias often operates, completely invisible. So I was consulting, okay, there is a story here. So I was consulting with a corporate training company that used AI to personalize their career development path. So everything looked great on the surface, but when we dug deeper into it, we discovered that AI was actually systematically recommending technical roles to man, or the male employees, and support roles to the female employees. So it is based on the historical pattern of in their data. So this algorithm intentionally was not supposed to do it, but it was doing it, and actually it has a lots of data from the workplaces where inequality, is a kind of a thing in that data, but they didn't even realize it, that uh, the algorithm is doing these things for them.
Year ago, some university students in UK and USA were penalized because they were caught using AI in their project submissions and things.
Mm.
But today, the same universities have realized that there's
Yeah.
90% students who have admitted, yeah, we use AI in our day-to-day work.
Mm.
They've now realized that it's here to stay. Now, how do we encourage students to adopt AI in the right way so it leverages their learning rather than
Exactly.
they use
Yeah.
it as a crutch and
Mm.
so that inhibits learning. So I guess even the ethical norms are evolving as we go along. And what's
Mm.
right and what's wrong and what will be penalized and what will not be penalized
Yeah, exactly.
every
So
day.
there is lots of thing, like, a lot. Yeah.
So we live in exciting times.
Yeah, actually, we do not know. We were not aware of this thing, like, AI thing before 2022. Suddenly, ChatGPT came and everything is changed. So,
So it's we living in interesting times, exciting times, and
yeah.
the world is open for much more potential. And
Yeah, there is so many things to come. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll also figure out a way to regulate ourselves so that it can be done.
Exactly. So I would just like to conclude, like, do not over rely on ChatGPT or any other tool that you are using for creating, or for, creating your e-learning courses or submitting your assignments or whatever. So do not over rely on it. You can use it, but use it wisely and consciously.
And there are always corrections to be made. Even if
Exactly.
AI generates, it's not
Yeah. Yeah. You need to validate the content that it has
you're
generated.
still the master of the content.
Exactly.
Great. Thank you so much, Ankita, on behalf of Open Spaces Consulting and all my students of the instructional design course I'm teaching. And thank you for bringing this information to us. I look forward to watching you and your trends and the trends that you're going to be setting in the future.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here and have.
So, folks, we can see that AI is reshaping instructional design by enabling more personalized, adaptive, data driven, exciting, engaging learning experiences. And as we harness the potential of artificial intelligence, all instructional designers must balance innovation with empathy and ensure that technology enhances rather than replaces the human connection. The future of learning lies in thoughtfully integrating AI to empower both the educators as well as the learners. That's all from us now. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what we say, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment in the comments.